Before you begin, remove the top cover and battery. Removal. Disconnect the speaker cable from its connector on the system board. Peel back the retention tape and use minimal force to lift the locking bar up on the display panel cable ZIF connector and disconnect the display panel cable from the system board. Remove the display panel cable from the retention tape and routing channel on the fan and base enclosure. Using minimal force, lift the locking bar up on the power button board ZIF connector and disconnect the power button board ribbon cable from the system board. Remove the power button board ribbon cable from the adhesive that secures it to the fan. Peel back the retention tape and use minimal force to lift the locking bar up on the touchscreen cable ZIF connector and disconnect the touchscreen cable from the system board. Caution: use care when disconnecting the wireless antenna cable from the wireless module. A damaged cable or connector can degrade notebook performance. Carefully disconnect the wireless antenna cables from the wireless module by grasping the connectors with a small pair of needle-nose pliers or tweezers. Disconnect the power connector cable from its connector on the system board. Using minimal force, lift the locking bar up on the hard disk drive ZIF connector and disconnect the hard disk drive ribbon cable from the system board. Remove the 8 3.5mm P1 Phillips head screws that secure the system board to the base enclosure. Remove the 4mm P1 Phillips head screw that secures the fan to the base enclosure. Remove the 3mm P1 Phillips head screw that secures the wireless module to the base enclosure. Remove the two 5mm P1 Phillips head screws that secure the left speaker to the base enclosure. Lift the left speaker off of the alignment pins on the base enclosure and set aside. Grasping the system board near the center, carefully lift the left edge of the system board off of the alignment pins on the base enclosure and slide the external connectors out of the cutouts in the base enclosure. Remove the system board. Note: before installing a system board, remove the following from the old system board and install on the new system board: heatsink fan assembly, wireless module, memory boards, solid-state drive. Reverse this procedure to install the system board. Important: after system board replacement, be sure to complete post-installation tasks as required that may include verifying functionality of the notebook, updating the BIOS, updating DMI, and other settings.